Busuya mema wakwaba edeba tips and gist YouTube. Ya sign ababiem ebetwetwe nkomo afa the rural and francophone immigration pilot. We eye ofa etoso mienu part 2. Part 1 no ya discuss the pilot no ebetumi aye ekwan a ye befa so a ebetumi ehu communities no enom ene ade ate ase. Na baby ye discuss kodru ye ene say ye were two options. Option 1 ene say ye beko na ya application with all our documents. And option 2 no ene say we need documents na mpokra na utumi application for the work permit na oma hold process no kopim say ubenya document no. Na aban no kire say we can the work permit ni tumu a ema employers no ehu say why serious na kire say omotumi ama offer letter no. Enti ofa etoso mienu we say no ye be discuss everything, every document, the price, and the bia. We are not going to do the application tutorials, but we are going to discuss the document. Now, I say na opese me boa a application no after say when ya offer letter. And I say empo opese wo start application no into be proceed file documents nyina. You can do so by sending the documents to my email. Enti wo wasede ene se obeta waso na document bi a mebodin bi a se wo notebook bi a obetwere anase wo betie na later wa visit video no apɛ book bi atwerɛtwerɛ said ye be ya abusua wobetumi anya bi. Na documents no ebi eye checklist eye PDF ma download ni nyina ego me laptop so a checklist no eboa ma wo teke na eno na make say to say YouTube say no untimi fa a PDF untimi fa to I have video pen yede to what I say into either say one kasa obekọ aban no website so okọ ho a mekere say aha na me download e na one kasa wako download but na me hwɛ sɛ nka betimi abie your website na anka te sɛ nka discuss awie nka bɛkɔ ho no na document no ɛwɔ ho wodon sa boss wa na ɛyɛ ade a wobetumi a download enti abusua na me ka sɛ mobetumi a support na yɛtumi abuild software na website na anka ɛyɛ ma contact nkrofo bi ne bo na ɛyɛden nti kakra bia obenya bia so obenya $1 $2 $5 kakra bia obia contribute a ɛyɛ ade a yɛbɛtumi abuild software no website no na documents bi saa no yɛbɛtumi ɛde egu hɔ ɔfo a ɛdi kan no mekyerɛkyerɛw the website no ɛbɛyɛ any kind of document bi te sɛ IELTS materials, CV samples, SOP samples, and even list of schools are more Emma scholarship to say your name be a link you bet to me a to director or it to be accessible to everybody. And a bit more Ghana so I'm a content no almost teachy, almost free Ghana, but almost almost teachy. And the program be say and discuss and Camry and I would just give a command to an AI. I obey to me, I will write whatever I said, into a simple language. Me publish it or mobe kind say, okay, this is about the francophone pilot and that's about the rural pilot. Now I buy any say because sometimes so quite buying a port and the kind of words not or use so near that in ayana emoting. So I can rewrite it into a simple language. Wono obeti say to say the men no direct to say the aban no actually go no but me de buy entiasim ne de chere wade nti sana me twera no entiasim then maybe anam the links na to so the website is going to function as an article website now as a function as a portal I bet me I download a lot of documents so you can support this initiative and then God is going to bless you kwanya befa so support and it say me ba TikTok live na sɛ wowɔ gift bi a wobɛtumi ato agu me so most of the time ne sɛ mepɔn live session a ɛyɛ a na mehwɛ review of the life nkurɔfoɔ a gift me over 500 roses no I do follow them up and I think sɛ ɛnora kora mema nkurɔfoɔ mmiɛnsa me telephone number sɛ ɔmo mfrɛ me na me ne ɔmo ntwetwe nkɔmmɔ and then if they have any inquiries na I can do it for them to say deɛ wokɔtua sika ama obi for consultation because watumi a gift about 500 roses a ebia no pese or asem be 2 minutes be opese onye so I deliberately gave them my number or more samia na me dem so these are some of the little things that I can also do to appreciate the few guys who are supporting. It is not by force will be to me and I will be. I've told you guys I am supporting everybody so I am supporting you but the difference and say emwa met media boa any de me the online emwa obi wo ha se mapon na nka mekoye me ankasa me regular activities no opese me san fa sa time no ema no ope me number ne matwetwe nkomo someone all sign nipa no wunya because I've never seen any contribution. He only benefit from me tembia wo twe ne free me ho but one kasa no onfa wo ho enhyemu emboa platform na I will not give you any extra time enye mitirimu na edin but eno so nkyere say me ba life a ubisa masema me feel kama but the difference in any say me free online you cannot get me. That is it. And then mo mope resume no as you see I mean say resume no because of new pilot no a lot of people be interested in the resume. The website I will be to me edi software na yede ni nyina no me the link no amamo maka mo say resume say wokona wankasa wokotwera you pay for it enye free and say waba me YouTube na wusua ade anase wako me TikTok no after say wako me YouTube esua wie no woko website ho you pay for it utriaka and so oba me ho say menyama wa I am not going to do it for free. Me kai say nra me ba life say nkrofo and gift near fankoye I need about £850 for that software no. Nkrofo I gift me a kakreb me we minya £11 per. Look at how people help you open more. Nobody want to help me. So if you come and then also per resume sikana wo de be subscribe no I'm not going to let you also put the money in your pocket because one kasa kwaye ya you would have paid for that money you can say for that fees of the subscription one kasa why you kura no still na asa betua the same way. So oba I'm not sure say I'm going to do it for free and in fact I don't do resume for free. I'm saying this because obi ba me DM and in fact or send me email and I'm a money where say £20 for both the resume and the cover letter and I say obenya resume ni cover letter ni nyina and I oje penny oba me WhatsApp no asem obetwere to one say na say I thought to say you said agent charge you don't charge so why are you charging and I'm gonna say cratch away agent are on charge and say €8,000 agent charge for Schengen visa and I may say okwa nye sika mfama lawyer enye nkrata ne ma wo enti sika na wo de bema agent no emfa nkoma agent no fato bank statement mu na menye visa no enche free men charge wo it is our agent sika no enye £20 CV na sem na make it's about huge sum of money agent for ne charge it is say €8,000 $10,000 me se mentua build statement na menye visa ne nche wo no eno nti na wo bebo makutia e wo WhatsApp say na say me see agent mo charge adentina me ba beji CV then go and then subscribe to the software and na ehwese wo de ebo and be subscribe ya and I make us na me block you know. So people are so mean that they will come and then they'll just provoke you. I don't do CV for free because I don't even have the time to do the CV, yet alone to do it for everybody for free and then use my money to be paying for the subscription again. Nobody will do that. But they meet me here and say, open visa. What me do see can build the bank statement. Na me share na why be corrector. Me pet time na my bookings ni be amount. And enkrofo a me ye visa ma wo no. They don't pay me. But I don't say omuntua visa fee no. Omutua ma immigration no. It is a Schengen visa no. Ni €90 no obetua ma embassy no. Obuki hotel a na se opese otua obetua or travel insurance on one nti wo ba me ho for free na no just say me de sika na ebe ya ama wo wa wo do sika ba se metena ase aye no e na me ka se menji sika ti se CV no wo ba metena ase aye no menji sika ba software na be subscribe no eno meji wo sika because one kasa koye ya nka be subscribe so you people have to understand so obi ba me ho na me say e free a ti se nipa na ope visa no ono atua ne €90 for visa fee ono atua ne insurance fee bibia ema me ho ono a netua de meme ye ne se mese madagye ahwe document no aya ache no sa €8,000 nanka agent bi beye because why visa amount no I wouldn't take that money. I'll do it free for you. Free na no just say unisika once the kura na obasa menye visa amount. You still need to pay the visa fee to the embassy. You still need to pay other things. Sounds na upe CV na oba me madagye na mede tena se atwere no I wouldn't charge you but you still pay for the subscription fee of which are two softwares and one kasa kwaye ya ebe cost still $21 which is £20. So if you know say uni says kana tina ho member because say one ba me ho one kasa kwaye you will still pay that same money. The person motia say because I think say bebrena enya that concept and enra me bufu ye pa it really pees me a same day. And so me can't to say if you go on the my YouTube and then you watch and then you go and use the softwares, you realize that what I'm saying is true. You need to subscribe to the softwares before you are able to download the CV and the resume. You can say cover letter no cry there. If you didn't subscribe, you wouldn't be able to write it. By resume there, you'll be able to prepare it. We now will download there. Or catch yourself subscribe to it. So you have to note the difference. Nti mo a mo send the emails, this is the email for the resume and the cover letter. I am saying point blank here that it is not for free for the subscription, but I'm not going to charge you, say, I'm the 2 hours in teach you for minimum wage and I'm not going to charge you, but you pay for your own subscription and you will have to pay for it. All right. Now, let's go straight to today's discussion. The work permit. Now, me choose the rural community immigration pilot. Ninyina any francophone. The only difference, and say the language requirement. The language requirement, ebi to say IELTS, TCL, ne I can't say TCF any TEF, TCL the TV, TCF ni TEF. Eti wa uko francophone communities no fashion utum say French. And to trade the French aspect of the language test. Then the oko rural communities no ono betre the English aspect. Enti documents na ye bisua no the pe one will say actually rural community immigration pilot. And maybe some set tips one francophone no pe. The documents are the same. The only thing any language in the language test. And now oko hwehwe adwuma no wo be hwehwe adwuma no ewo the rural communities. And the oko francophone no ono nso ebe hwehwe ewo francophone communities. Patrosem match. All right. Now, you share documents are now for the work permit now. Was it optional? Optional work permit. Optional work permit no or patch say what's that the work permit in atum without the offer letter. It may catch say your work permit your optional one to say when you offer letter now you can apply before you get the work offer letter. Intuition has your answer what see who can apply. It application ni bibia ebe you get the offer letter before say who could do Canada, they give you the permanent resident after you apply. So what they do is say you can't have better or say if you have applied for a permanent resident under rural and immigration pilot the rural community you may be eligible for a 2-year work permit. So because say you can say offer letter now open say we use the optional one me catch say pilot a permanent but ombedi kan am 2 years work permit. 2 years work permit now. Or say this work permit let you work whilst your permanent resident application is being processed. Enti obeko yebema 2 years work permit. Now what the kind of Canada was that aye juma said the bear mobile process or PR no every amount. So you understand. And now or say the work permit now obejino. One, it is only for the rural immigration pilot. Inti no what the qua only for the rural immigration pilot. And also 2 years valid for 2 years. And it also lets you work for the employer who offered you the job. Into kwa employer corona or ma wajumano or no and juma. And then once juma they are going to process your PR for you. Also to qualify for the work permit, number one, you should have eligible offer or employment from a designated employer. It your employers be or more a designated warmo. And also have a recommendation from a participating community. It after say employer nama offer letter also have a call employer and community there's a website or the employer might even help you get those recommendation letter. Acquire to say obiko school. Now when you admission letter and LOA letter of acceptance every school. It is said there once when you offer letter every adjumem. Now the Oko school Canada Oria or Sabaka Koja DBFN the PAR, the provincial attestation letter, and I said the TAR, is it the territory attestation letter? Enti no edgy provincial attestation letter at the can LOA no one's and study permit. Into when so the same method because say you assign you to a particular community after say employer nama offer letter I was a community so aware say oba employer nama offer letter so ubeko community now wama recommendation letter for participating into documents in na mortuary training make mortuary. So the first one offer letter from an employer ubetimi atike ma catch you say your option how bit me a year free now I but see ano my body into treno at one ticket. Then the second one a recommendation letter from a participating community and also and another option and say I can say another requirement and say you should be eligible to apply for a work permit. So other requirement, the eligibility at say medicals, police report, and many other or passport or cra and as BB. It or say to be eligible any other document eligible, said the buyer you refuse visa no, you have to get them. It is our documents no, and also you be discuss it. Now let's talk about oyere and a woman. Me catch us ubetumi ede woyere akọ me pacho enye woyere ni ukunu nkwa ompena kora betumi de nako. So ubetumi ede o spouse anase o common law partner. So o pesa wode ompena ekọ na se uni marriage certificate a de wasa woye ne se wasa wone ompena no etna baby faako na ebia te sɛ mo tenancy agreement mo tua light bill ɛdan ka ne nyina ɛbɛwɔ mo din mu mobɛtumi akɔbie joint bank account a kyerɛ sɛ wɔne ne motwe mpena nyina kwa mo save mobɛtumi atɔ asase bi ɛwɔ mo mmienu mo din mu something to prove sɛ mo wɔ relationship mobɛtumi ayi so mo WhatsApp chat ɛnom ne ade a whole lot of proof ɛna ade bɛtumi de prove sɛ nipa no ɛyɛ wɔn mpena and some pictures random pictures a wɔtaa ɛne ne twitwa so you can go with your common law partner and then you can also go with your spouse ɛyɛ wo kunu anase oyere. All right. And then almost no the omode bema wo mo no 2 years work permit because when ankasa no yedi kan ma 2 years ansa na ye process wo PR no e de amount. Eti ono so ebenya 2 years open work permit and ono no ebeje. And then their work permit will only let them work in the same community as you. It is a wo community bia almost the no community ho na omo okwa almost ebehwehwe adwuma ewo ho. And then how do you apply for the work permit? Or say the application form to process and it depends on where you are applying from. And two person will download the application form now. You have to select instructions be and to say where until I am applying from outside Canada. And to also who apply from outside Canada and here a scanner camera. When you don't have to know it because I know majority of you cannot do the application. So me jumpy baby because I don't know me feel that all the documents in the bar. I'll make sure I have a printer over here. I have every document I made media scanning amount. Then you have to get a credit card or a debit card because ubi to visa fee. Maybe into amount into bar say what's CV or bank what's okoji ATM card ube to me aboard the get nashim normati visa fee no a free account num. So and also a very important. Then ube create an online account, ube sign in. You don't have to sign in now. You might not be able to do it. Send me application amawa. I'll do it for you for free. And then country requirement, your specific qualifications be an say document be from a particular country. Was say oh yeah. Now where you are applying from into Ghana. Everyone say I selected Ghana at all. Say yeah, apply from Ghana. All right. Then online applications or say visa office requirement for Ghana, you can download. It is a PDF way, no. It been a download there, make us your website and come here. I will upload on the website. Download. And yes, you have to come here, maneuver all baby and most people will not find where it is because maybe and so it will be very easy for us to open the website if you can contribute. Now when I simple amaye. So there's a PDF a Ghana documents to me a day so agada. And then prepare way in area you can now do all these also fill questions now when you will need it. Basically, we're going to discuss the step 4, but see after you sign in you select apply to Canada visit visa so we don't need to learn all these because you are not applying the visa ebema muti ayamoya. And if you're uploading the documents on the IRCC documents no na maximum 4 megabyte into PDF bi wo ha to say bank statement no many other na so file no so bi 30 megabyte and 20. So you need to convert it, compress it. And I am use software being the compress it. I love PDF. It may compress it about 1 megabyte. Can wait me upload it. So I know na all cano. It when you na any problem. What the answer send it we no amame. All the information here in no. I can say the obey application no no ena ebeye ni nyina. All right. Now yenko into the document for Ghana work permit documents. Do I have the file over there? Okay. So me patch document in say net here. Unti eno na mo hwe e wo screen so no. Now also work permit Accra office, Accra visa office. Now oko form a your document bi o wa quite say baby it's a checklist obetumi ateketeke. Now I think the major LMI is the same work permit documents, just that when you're pilot into niema kakra bi na beka ho. Into o spouse no obeteke o spouse no opedian open work permit because me catch them into obeteke ho open work permit into number be na require be a number one number what the nkwada ebekwa omo nso beko school Canada omo hia open study permit into nkwada no nso omo yese o say o sa kwada na ye between age 6 to 18 years 6 years to 18 years and na obetumi age the open study permit no na when nso wateke am omo no mako school Canada then Sakwada no obana woko no or dependent over 18 years then eno nso no obeji a regular study permit but eno no e was a apply school Canada when ya letter of acceptance any bibia and sana wa apply study permit no e de amano. Now o ankasa obe here two passport photograph eno no wo be sign e so for each applicant it is a one wife na kwa wo be here too wife nso be here too na ma sign e mo signature e and a data mo eteke ni nyina no mo be twere e and I make sure say picture utwa no the last 6 months into utwa enche na wateke. Then original passport, traveling passport ɛsɛ munya a passport passport no mo the bio data nti baabi a mo din ne mo bibia wɔ na ɛhɔ na yɛ na yɛka no bio data ɛna sɛ watu kwan ɛda nso a abusua ɛno nso ɛyɛ na baabi a visa ɛbobɔ no nyinaa yɛde tintim no nyinaa no ɛno nso wobɛyɛ ɛho copy na ɛno nso wɔde ayɛ PDF form nti the passport bio data and 8 copies no mu nyinaa hyɛ no nso sɛ woyɛ visa application a original passport no womfa nkɔ wobɛdi kan ɛde a photocopy nti baabi a wo picture no bɔ yɛatwerɛ Ghana wo date of birth data ɛde passport no ma wo no ɛhɔ no wobɛscane ɛna afei nso sɛ wagye visa tu kwan wɔ baabi a those pages nyinaa wobɛscane na waka no nyinaa bom into a PDF na wɔupload ansa na ɔwɔ approve visa no a wagye the original hard copy no ɛde visa no abom ama wo. Afei wo CV curriculum vitae or resume so wo CV anaasɛ resume so you will need it. It is very, very important. Shannon, so abranti bi enya offer letter Canada, no Saudi Arabia. None de no LMI or CV edema employer, Emma employer ne no LMI or apply visa no and I refuse no. You refuse no visa no and yama minu no de refuse no. None LMI no here bank statement because na years number of years are all no na isha. And then also here bank statement wamfa enough bank statement I think say wamfa bi kura anko and afin so omo ka say omo hwe ne CV no so a ɛkyerɛ sɛ unqualified for adwuma no so CV na bɛtwerɛ no sometimes employer no betumi de ama but aban no so make sure say oba Canada or ma visa so are you ready to do the job until you need a proper resume to say watwere bibi ngonwan a obetumi anya offer letter but edru visa e be refuse so mo bebre ho up till now mo CV na mo resume no mo picture e wo so kaka no mo ti Dubai na wo de ne picture boss kakraka Canada sa enema no yi free so maka ne nyina kire mo just 2 hours a odiko YouTube akosua how to prepare a resume onko ukọ chat GPT no atwetwe yi bia ma na wo de picture to so na de akoye ukoye visa be refuse because it's against the Canadian rule it also who the rules to prepare a resume and sana what try because it is very important not only for job application but also for the work permit application. Into we documents for work permit as well as a resume eka ho. Into resume no kwa ama ye refuse obi a na ka no refusal letter or gene GCM notes ya ka kire no say on the resume no the job requirement no meeting the experience na or resume no so you have to note that. All right, evidence that you meet the requirement. As you say, you can say job duties, and to say outlining or job duties, reference and and I think so relevant certificate, educational certificate, and a professional qualification. To where you see secondary school echo into secondary school certificate was or training college, university certificate, so obey. Yeah, we are able into details about bank statement, any certificate, works evaluation, you into details. Now, original police certificate and also Beka police report and proof of employment. because say oye juma enti na wanya offer letter or Canada no. I was a company na ne ye juma so Ghana or boss na ne no Ghana no. Or ma letter some pa oye juma when in ye juma. And so Dubai the same thing. Documents are waiting me the proof says oye juma. It be your pay slip, employment letter. And at least a pay slip, any employment letter. An employment letter no, or say it should be dated within 2 months of the application. And to let say any question would get to obey application and no akwaji. You understand? Employment letter is different from Mefan is a appointment letter. Employment letter is more like a recommendation letter. And as a way Schengen visa, yes, a letter of no objection. It is employer and actress or empower no na yejuma or just allow you say no what yes, say ko Canada and no baby sana oka. All right. And as a way akwada account one, if a minor is traveling with you, then you need a notarized permission from the parents. It is a way back or ban pen ekona bema no enka ho. Then I was a papa no oko court na mo sign sa notarized permission okoje court ye no court and then now the account visa no and then family information obe fill family information and no ema okwan ma fill o wife no o ma o maame and wo nuanom even o step you can say brothers and our step sisters because so Canada now drew PR na edidimu na obedru pem can say citizen mmara ma ho kwan sɛ wotumi kɔfa owɔ faase ɔsoa ɔmaame ɔpapa it is our family information obisa wa obi biara o feel sɛ ɔyɛ family member daakye obetumi abɛka ho wɔ Canada no make sure sɛ wodi ne din ɛbɛhyɛ so sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a daakye bi no o file ama obi a it wouldn't be a problem because they are going to refer to your family information ɛna sɛ ɔkɔ fam a and also other documents be able to say if a minor is traveling with you, you need still the custody notarized permission. And I think so marriage certificate. First one I'm a kind of say nipano okay, the same thing or I can say or repeat it have. And say nipano or ye adopted child and so and your one kasana wo na and also I was a adoption decree and as adaptation decree every court there's a court amount who can say for if you my Ghana because who could adopt akwada with children's home who state baby ade akwada no court na say bia wo Ghana wo de no court na edwo so ana baby it is a basa wo de ni free kro ni mu a ese se wo sa court e ko emo mo ti ase sampa wo de ni free oman nim akọ oman foforo so you have to get a letter from a court if say nipa no wa adopt na akwada no and a marriage certificate and birth certificate. So our area, you will need a marriage certificate, Emma Wayereno, and Anaukunu, and a birth certificate for Oma. Or see, even if they are not requesting a visa. So Oyere Crasso on Compua, a funnel eto or marriage certificate, a cancer for marriage certificate no eto so. There be a Dutch bin agencies answer or bar omit me ashe. Say o mano crano unformon compua for omo eto o visa no so yen can say your visa mo but for birth set can wo application or say the baby dia dance say omo eye wo and I think so previous travel history but your documents ni nyina no you can be writing it when ka wasn't come download because a PDF wasn't ko bia bi will be a phone so anka anytime be obetumi ahwe agada ni nyina because majority of them you can just start gathering them. They say marriage certificate wa ware na nkoye bi also start ko ye birth set nkwada bi obi okro utimi ne makro nya birth set ma wo mo nti nkyerɛkyerɛ we no ɛboa ɛma wo boaboa ho nya afi na wanya offer letter no na afi na o man no person do mo ko an on birth set was menye bi and many ade you see so it's very very important previous passport showing travel history it is a what the kind of passport na passport na ebia ewu ɛna akoye foforo and then the ewu na so we the two kwan a and also wobɛtwitwa baabi a wode tu kwan ɛkɔɛ no nyinaa ɛde aka ho proof of business if you are self-employed ɛti wei no sɛ woyɛ obi adwuma a wonka ho but wankasa woyɛ w'adwuma a then wohia business registration ɛno yɛ business set no then tax clearance Ghana kind of VAT trade certificate ebi mu adwuma bi wa you need a trade certificate we need be agile license and financial documents to say bank statement a backy company no I hear the business bank statement no is very very important. Was a certified business bank statement for the 6 months and a very very important over to my business bi ha oh yeah oje ho license ne enom ne ade or more register no many we say and niama bebre eka ho nti say wo bibisa obetumi de nyina ka but most of the time no mo self employed our Ghana no mo the business certificate tax no VAT no any bank statement miɛnsa ne pɛ is enough to prove say business no. Now health insurance is strongly recommended for workers entering Canada. You should purchase a private insurance for the duration if not provided through your employer. Employers are all Canada, majority of them do sponsor you with insurance. If you go on job bank, no bonds or better say health insurance is covered, or you are covered, being covered by your health. And now you don't need to purchase any private insurance. And also applicants applying in the categories below into where necessary money are there. So I don't think say a year where life in caregivers is not there again. So I don't think that we need to discuss that. We need to discuss that. All right. Now let's go to the other documents. So these are some documents that you will need. Now, and not just any and no. You have to know to say the country specific documents, no, as a obi or Nigeria, or documents be a you use Ghana to say be a Nigeria for you more. Obi to make say be a to same fan say a typical example your mom war Dubai. Omo no omo be a friend NOC. Oje NOC na a letter waje friend a boss or honey the bagana ni NOC. It in Dubai for then you download the and carbon say proof of employment no better NOC. So these documents no patch as a country be an brofo mu use near the ade. So these are documents are all best if your country where a different from the obi best if you no a country. You understand, but after you call the exact documents are for everybody and no and I yebeko she said just give me a minute na mention baby a drew no yeah, where is it okay, I think say me yen kasi en ntia family so aha say na tie okay me yen kasi na family so all right into when you're discussing you're discussing ha nyina abisi so you're discussing the first page area. The first page you're discussing how many years have been your work permit and no match Jacob PR or yere ene wo madie and if you discussing documents are Ghana for over here. Now your course sections the sections is into four. Yɛbɛyɛ abɛsi after you apply. Yɛnyɛ settling in Canada ne we say no yɛnyɛ no. Yɛkɔ saa 1 2 3 and 4 after you apply and bit to me at the account. So who can apply for the pilot? Why and a bit to me apply for the pilot? Ya click here no na ya kusua de everywhere. And to see who can apply for the pilot no. Will be a obe meet the language assessment, educational assessment, and a settlement fund. It's in Niema Miensa way and a criteria. So out of it, no, ya Niema bebre. So obebisa questions be if you are able. Number one, you have to have a valid job offer from a designated employer. If you don't have it, they'll pause your application until you get it. Answer no matter so. It's medical catch say offer letter. You need it into Treto. First, a offer letter. When you be able to start to application, no, they'll pause it. Number two, I also want 1 year experience, at least 1 year experience of related work within the last 3 years. Until you say a care and our kunya na ewe kurasia. And I say a yem fancy care no credit in say home care no pilot and so dada. Until you say any other job will be a pilot and so and fancy to say carpenter and an administrative assistant and our kunya and a work a kurebiasia. Now, before so to me the pilot na to so no, I was a over experience, 1 year experience in that administrative assistant. Nothing so I was a year YS Edgeman within the last 3 years. Entry obo ha na ordinary resume are sending me and also ordinary details are sending me sending resume. Also up maybe. But Edgeman no be 5 years in no no ye. Why no be 6 years ago. It am catching say, is it that say you be train be ni mo no catch employer no na or my recommendation our test because sometimes I am more fresh experience. Into obi ha or still or a teacher or person when you say what trade is here, but or pay me find say secretary, sa secretary maybe or 2012. 2012 is too far. Into bones a basa na a old experience they don't really need it. And so I say ubenya work experience na or no per one at least 1 year per, but I was say within the last 3 years biano a fresh experience mean can so from 2023 2022 to 2025 SS why sa adwuma no at least 1 year, and then that is that nti and also you better take. And to be sa or say adwuma ben na a county as work experience, you know what counts as a work experience. Your NOC time I express into yesua the NOC and I yesua when mu nyina the tier no. So the national occupation classification, the NOC no, your tier O and no a master's level, any tier 1 no a master's and degree level, tier 2 a some degree and then diploma level jobs, and a tier 3 and 4 no a secondary school level and some college jobs. And at tier 5 no enom a oma omonko school and do secondary school. Enti or tier 5 no because unko school no secondary school no and untumi enye or your job experience must be 5 digit NOC code, of which emfa. But tier 3 and 4 no or it should be tier 2 3 4. So ubetumi ape adwuma ewo ho adwuma bi a secondary school adwuma bi a eno ye tier 3 and 4. Tier 2 no medical catch say a degree for adwuma. Tier 2 no a degree and so betumi aye, and a tier 1 no a masters adwuma, and adwuma bi a administrative work and I say managerial jobs, team manager sa enwuma no a tier O and a tier 1. All right. Nti aya na machine so time aye express entry and yesua maka cho say ha say no a transfer of knowledge. Me misua me remfie but ebia na orefia mabobo so akaiwo. So the also share say adwuma no at least secondary school adwuma, and then you fall in any of the tier. What's approval language test? Language test no so emu dia here and obey here. Into language no ye bana ye bebo so a obeka kire yes a language test ye click so a obeka kire say was a o exams no, and then exams in the air miensa for English, the CELPIP, the IELTS, and the PT core. Into IELTS no so here general training IELTS, and our French and also AME the TF and the TCF. All right, until wow English session to say the rural areas no, you need any of these three, and then you are good to go. The maximum score no, so what you man a masters are here CLB6. CLB6 no okoshe IELTS rules now you get to know the scores. Why would you a tier 2 and 3 no degree job no CLB5, and a would you a secondary school any college level no CLB4, and CLB4 no and no home care pilot no requirement no. I think say reading a 3.5, listening a 4.5, speaking 4.0, and writing 4.0, and CLB4 no any. Enti medical mamo IELTS CLB bia ne score. Enti wo hwe wadwuma na wobenya na so wadwuma no NOC no e wo tier 2 or 3 a then you need to write IELTS a best score tier CLB5 anyesa emfa ma wo. Enti aya na machine nso ye ka adwuma a eye 2 or 3 to say degree job na ebi eye nursing, ebi eye midwifery, ebi eye to say lawyer adwuma nomne ade and I can see obi one na no a managerial job to say be a farm manager and when manager and the managers and administrative works into a administrator, HR, and managerial jobs, and most of the time masters. I do just say why a masters and send away to me. Aye. And no a tier O and 1 and no here CLB6. The majority of you will fall in the tier 4 because adwuma a tier 2 no kra na ya na most no here license say nursing no untumi ko apply nursing in direct abra uni license e Canada ho. So bebre na mbeko for administrative assistant, the cook, and those healthcare assistant, mason, carpenter, and no nyina no e tier 4 and 5. How to find your language? Nti no kra na wahyehyɛ e ha no. Me kra ma hu se wahyehyɛ e ha. So yenhwɛ the IELTS no. Nti mfa sɛ IELTS no sɛ wadwuma no ɛyɛ secondary school any college adwuma, then wohia CLB4 nti CLB4 no reading wohia 3.5, writing 4.0, listening 4.5, ɛna speaking 4.0 sɛ dem di kan kan no. Ɛna wa wo de degree any diploma adwuma no mu saa no to say wokɔpɛ midwifery, nursing, a lawyer ɛnom ne saa nnwuma na degree nnwuma na wohia CLB5 ɛno ɛyɛ 4.0, for reading, 5.0 for writing, 5.0 for listening, and then 5.0 for speaking, of which I'll be now. You are not going for this, you are going for the first one, so don't worry much. And I'm a Juma no, will be TMA or masters on or pay manager Juma or some of the rural areas. And it's not me because then you'll be on a back for farm and many other day. Obo our team no on the masters are or pay a big Juma, right? As if you pay a Juma be administrator na HR into an obe here COB6 as COB6 reading okotra IOT na reading also nya 5.0, writing ubenya 5.5, listening ubenya 5.5, and speaking ubenya 5.5. Inti ano ye omo pepe administrative work and name manager ejumano and no COB6. All right. Now I think say yeah we are with the language. Language and so no any can say a year more than 2 years. Nti was a wakotre say IOT na wakotre was a IOT no a year within 2 years. So the I expire, you need to write again. All right. Now assessment. Language assessment. Language assessment, I can say educational assessment or certificate, to say foreign degree, diploma, you need to evaluate it. You need to evaluate. So educational credential assessment is used to prove a foreign degree, diploma, certificate is valid. When assessing, so you can use ANA into your University of Toronto, your when I common the West evaluation, the World Educational Services into work like our website so and then you submit your documents to them. Now a BB for secondary school. Now most of the time pilot I am for enter express entry no more. And express entry a lot of evaluation because I don't know to me for secondary school you need to use from a degree or a diploma level ekosoro. And then you need to do West evaluation. But this pilot na abano, most of you guys more secondary school and of which Canada all call with secondary school, you don't do West evaluation. They all here the YX scratch card or more able to me I check it I can say where at the amount. Nti ayana washa so ewo. But because say we adwuma bebre here ebi a diploma, obi nso de ne degree, obi nso de ne masters ebe application no. Eno nti na watchra to, eno nche se obi a ebe eno na ya na mo baby same no. Because some of the content creators no mo confuse mo. Once they see educational assessment no, omo nim se obi a there be. Obi a ne set no KNUST set no. They want to verify say ampa unye free KNUST a. And KNUST any website be ombeko. So I was a what come West evaluation or evaluate amount. But about WAEC na wasina, they have the WAEC portal. They can easily check say your original MIT standard and you know say WAEC certificate MIT standard. In fact, Omo code college or Canada no, they don't do any evaluation. If they want you are using your WASI, you don't do any evaluation. Just with the scratch card, you are good to go. It is our pilot depending on the certificate I would be then it ever determines a here evaluation or not, and then your friend educational assessment. And then settlement of fund. Yes, you need a bank statement. You need a bank statement. And no, or say a name either saw the bank statement or the check and money there, but bank statement and a very common and or say how much money you will need a bejina also either unkwa fine one we ne kwa fine one wo ma ekwa nti ebechere wo enkrofo do a wodi omo eko. All right, nti ano na wa update e wa ha no se nipa ba ko e na wo kwa o bank statement no be here at least 7,963 Canadian dollars. It fan 8,000 Canadian dollars. So I mean convert 8,000 Canadian dollars to Ghana cedis na yenhwade 8,000 card to Ghana cedis. To Ghana cedis. So 86,000 Ghana cedis, almost 90,000 Ghana cedis. Now you need this money in your account. You need to build it. I was say building in kakra. Kopim say build it. Now what you're supposed to do, and it's if you have a job offer first, na wabusianfo, then they can help you build the account little by little. Say, you have to start building your bank statement if you want to travel. So if you have money to travel, now say what me build be 50,000 then they are be 30 something thousand. And then when your offer letter, you can easily attach it and then you go. What I say. So it is very, very important. And I share so say only ukunu ene were ne o manyina ebeko. So sometimes what you're supposed to do and say enkrofo mienu mobetimi aka mo tiapa ho, and then you build it. Nti say o build it now the your application because all the Rebecca ho you will need more money in the bank statement. But your application na wonko abedi kan aye wode na wako said the beya okona we juma, you get money to prove one for your partner na ono so abeka ho. That is the strategy dan say mumie no beye. Well, if you have the money and you want to go the same time, that is for your own I can't say that is your own concern. So anypa mienu bekwa when we bekwa you need 9,692 Canadian dollars. 9,000. So this piloting, you will need a bank statement. So what they will mabeka hua ebia we any akwada bakwa enipa miensa. That means you need 12,000 Canadian dollars. So the more you are dependent, the more your money shoot in your bank statement. Now, Shani so say bank statement in any sika utriama abayno. Enye sika utriama abayno. Eye sika edawa account mu. Once you apply the visa and you get the visa, you can withdraw the money and give it to whoever got it. It is sometimes they are if they have offer letters and then they want to build their statement, obi wo ha obetumi ama ne kunu akwaji loan. Now on only their building on only there because the loan issue one kasa account to ma na a problem. It will be a more long-term goals on betu kwan this year. Otumi ma ne kunu ekwaji loan and the loan no ebi or the 5 years in a betria. So loan or jiskana then no only they are building a statement no. Now a force wa to kwan that year. Said the beya obe classic na ma ne kunu na ne kunu ne dia kotua efri ono no ho. And then okwa na watumi astrago na ne kunu no so akokano. So depending on any method, some will scan it that whole, and I say any method be able to me a build statement once you have the offer letter. And I say even so we scan it that now what me build it and you want to apply the offer letter. I can say you want to apply the permit and then now the akwaji offer better so now approve our anyway you are good to go. By looking at the bank statement issues in area, majority of you will have to apply for the jobs, get the offer letter before so best start the process because sometimes say onye bibisa na they don't want to come in to help. But when you offer letter, now we are sure, you rest assured, say employer na offer letter, akwaji community recommendation, na bank statement. I'm sure say your family will come in to support you to be able to succeed. That is that for who can apply. Into a hoya betek, ya take away offer letter, ya take work experience, ya take language, obetre IOT, educational requirements. If you need it, you will take it and then enough money. So you need these five to be able to apply. So these are the eligibility requirements to be able to apply. Now, job offer. Into area who can apply, you call the second topic, job offer. I can't just say you're discussing 4, you're discussing 1. So the second one, job offer. How do you get a job offer? Or see, before you apply for the resident permit, you will need a job offer. So each community has a designated employers to make a job offer. You have to check their website. Now, medical demo called job bank part 1. Say you can search the community and then the jobs will come. But I realize say some of the communities, the jobs are there, but how sure are we say the employers are designated? Now, before an employer is designated, they also have to file a form. I was say woman so a file Emma Abine approve say your designated woman. So it can be say you go on job bank, you go and enter a community, the jobs are showing there. But there who say employer chrono or you're interested in the pilot, you need to accord designated no. Ebia no your LMI employer. Ebia no your random employer or you're interested in this pilot because before the employer, time na ye call let me get a link and show you. So Bahasiya, Oko down on the or say I am an employer participating. So how to get designated as an employer. So the employers also come here. To page na me the mobile no, mobile apply no. Employer kron so beba ho abe apply. What I say, into was it before you can apply, you need to be designated as an employer. Into also beba ha abe fill forms as submit it. Ama by no a nominating no say what designating no. And sana wa high a qualified international candidate and sana wa starting process no. Ewa has because of our it says oji offer letter no, and these offer letters no I also submit Emma aban no na aban no stamp so sampa employer no, so any offer letter employer no keke ebe de bema keke, they have to pass through into I say once designated you can hire international candidate for jobs you haven't been able to fill locally. These candidates can be overseas, or if they are living in Canada, it's fine. So the employers will do these things until so yeah, then I'll come and tell you. So that is how it is. That is how it is. So and on our say to get a job offer, no, you need to get an employer or designated, no. But any community be a specific website omunya launch ye se oko provincial nominee those communities no, and at the first one na mu no, the rural and northern pilot no, and no na communities no ewo ho a utumi click on website no, so but we no afi no launch in January 30th and update in few February ya enti wokọ I was say to say we say obo continue now I say this community hasn't launched their website yet. We will link it here when it is ready. It ya try ya nkwankosi be a March next month. Aban no ebia ye beba hase ne ya be check say the community no master start launch ya. The entire was a train community no launch and say so oma launch on my website na who employer kura we designated. You can go on job bank, all right, but how sure are you said this employer is designated? Until they launch the community website, no, we cannot see say this employer is part of Oma or more designated. No. All right, who we are, you apply for a community recommendation. Until once our employer now offer letter, no, you know, then now you can also go for a community recommendation. Until once you have a valid job offer from a designated employer, they will send your community recommendation application directly to the community to review. Into employer nana ebeye say no amount, and then community no be making sure say your job is in the priority or occupational or the occupation and the offer is real, and then they also make sure you meet the requirements for the pilot, and then now on the recommendation no amount. Unya recommendation, the next one is to apply for the visa. Into ehono gather documents in and then I'm going to help you to apply. So all your application now, what you are supposed to do is to create an account, of which I am going to create it for you. So I'm not going to teach you how to create this account because majority of you guys will still come to me to do it for you. So ubeja ehona mame, after your documents are ready, no, I will create the account for everybody or documents are ready. And then you get your forms and documents ready. So you were a lot of forms apart from requirement na you know, were a lot of forms and also obe submit into forms no be any yebeko form ho or see generic application form for Canada. Or see you fill out these digital forms inside the portal for yourself and any member. Enti o create portal na fill form no online eho nti unim send is you get the instructions, and then I will have to read all these instructions to be able to fill this form. For the generic application form, the background declaration form, additional family information form, and supplementary information form. We nipa na obe apply ama ono. Ono na wosi sua kwan obe fa so obe fill this forms we nyina nti na instructions no ewo ho no. So of filling no nya problem be obe refer to the instructions. We enye momo headache. All right. And over form you also have PDF forms one kasa obe download it, upload it. Ebi a checklist no, the document checklist. So I have downloaded the checklist. If we have our website, I'm going to upload the checklist directly there for everybody to download it. And then offer of employment from a foreign national rural a once me catch say offer letter no na employer no area or the bema aban no na aban no astamp so into no near friend the offer of employment to a foreign national into enye offer letter employer na nkasa betimi akọ cafe no ankasa print dia say no obema offer na obekọ baby ameka kire wo no so obekọ no, and then na aban na approve offer no na ode asendo owia osa edebekọ community no ho na community no so ama recommendation letter. So these three documents the checklist and no obe download na documents wanya ni nyina wateketeke matwere me IELTS menya maye me medicals maye police report maye TBBR no a document checklist maybe I yebeko me check any me checklist in so it's what take we are or your application now you submit it as part normal who sampa unya ni nyina na afi o offer letter from the employer no and your offer of employment and also OG free employer and why we have to upload that one also and also the rural and community I can say recommendation letter no and also you be upload no here we are say we declaration of common law union say we will be a what they want pana and now we need marriage certificate you need to declare so and over fill the form IMM 5409 and your declaration of common law union into an obey declare and I say declaration of separation declaration for minors traveling in Canada. It is a mame pen ekwana papa enkobia. I was say and also of fill form be na papa no a sign or declare and also a PDF forms are you will have into what's PDF forms you will sign and upload into and also papa no a best sign so what TSF akwadano eko na was sign BBA. So after you fill the form, the father will sign and everything and then you upload it. All right. Into these are some of the documents. So mebobo bi so akyerɛ mo sɛ de be a obelisi. So basically, apart from the ekwa discuss Ghana documents, once we no nyina na enim. So these are also very important. Ti asanya miensa ewa ha sei. Ena yasanya mienu ewa ha sei. De eka ho no fine. Now they eka ho. So won fa akwada bi ankwa we enka ho. Ena say on twempena we nso enka ho. Other documents you upload, proof of language nti eno eyo IELTS and also be uploaded. Proof of education or secondary school and I say so why the degree obey West evaluation obey upload the proof of settlement bank statement na meka obey upload the proof of relevant work experience and no CV resume na meka and also obey upload and then your passport and other travel documents and also obey upload and medical actually time I call Ghana for so I said there were na Ghana document nim. And then your identity and civil status into area to say or passport into obo relevant culture say your birth certificate, legal document showing your name changes, marriage certificate, and many other the death certificate for a former spouse into who will be a uber to me at the account is our birth set and say what's the son within so affidavit no the back home marriage certificate wow area or the back so identity and civil status into and also yeah the back home and your police certificate into and also beji police report now what they are home ubetra passport photo me kachero na Ghana for forms no odie mienu what the wife be no so die mienu o man nyina and afin so your receipt enti say obetua ka then your fee payment enti say wo fill visa form no na otua ka you will upload the receipt. Or say when you successfully pay your fees, make sure to print the PDF receipt. We will also email you a copy. You need to upload this with your application into and also a idea where the ebeka or documents, uploading. So basically, you sign about the Ghana the anymore. Into I think say this is the simplified version of the documents. So when no obefili we nyina online we generic one no and obefili no online and they obe uploading no any we say no right the document checklist the offer letter and the okay we man can the schedule one rural immigration pilot and also obefili sa form no and afin so recommendation the obedienti I know 4 documents and then 2 we say no optional if you okay you need to sign we know best sign but we no sign so you need to sign before you upload so true and when they will be then get help with your application or say want to mean application I was a open will be na or mouth and if you want us to release your application to someone else to say obesa form be the authority to release personal information and complete sign it in many other get a person who needs information to sign it upload it with your and say oh here obi so umbrella then you can nominate somebody is either an immigration lawyer and bibisa na waye amount And you can nominate anybody, not even a lawyer, anybody, a bit my family member. Pay your application fees. Oh, your application fee, $1,525. $1,525 where a permanent resident and your normal work permit in Tinebo $1,525. That is the application fee. And then you also have to pay your fees online. Until you are online, we are over download I can say the PDF no as a receipt into air not washing and so. And then processing fee. You need to pay the processing fee for you and include anyone in your application. And no way saying right of permanent resident fees. You need to pay the right of permanent before the application is approved. And biometric fees, you pay your biometric fees. So I think so when you answer a different fees, I'll be apart from the visa fee, when you processing fee, you pay for it. Resident PR on also a fee, you pay for it. Biometric fee, and other fees, to say medical, so called medicals, police report, language, and when you car into a part say enye visa fee nkwa na obetua ho ka ada activity say okoye medical say Ghana okoye medical sa otua ka police report obetua ka okotra IOTA language test obetua ka na okoye voice evaluation na eno nso obetua ka. All right, so when mu nyina opeso oboaboa ho financially. And you have to also submit a completed application by answering all the questions. You sign and upload all forms, upload BBR now wire application. So number 4 is basically the obey application amount. Ono na eye. Number 3, one kasa ohoka. One kasa ohoka. All right. If you have technical issues, you can contact them and then they're going to help you. They're going to help you. I think we done treating them. Now I have say young may jump here has say no. Or say if you are getting help with your application from someone else, say obina ebuawa DNA was away. Number 1, or say you can ask someone to help you with your immigration application. Obetumi aka will be say or more. Why now obetumi aka say or more? Or say there are special requirements depending on the kind of help you are getting. If you are using a paid representative, utua obika. Why now also Trianica? Also paid immigration representative need to be authorized. I was a oyo bia Canada by no amane license. Now me beka cho say as a visa application na we sika ma obi na nipa ni license a ye be review so visa if they find out they will refuse you even omo ma approval now do airport ni bisa say why na ye ma o si asomasi Trianica was saying or traveling to Trianica or license na omo contacting pakoni license a ebe disqualify. So when mu nyina mra afi na ban ne dia ba ntina a platform bia so na no eco student na ho na enenso yasa be share ha. So see paid immigration representatives need to be authorized or some immigration lawyers and san we to your moka obi ka say na tips say wo nya lawyer obetimi aya amame na ye bedru ho meka chiro. Or see you have to download the use of the representative form not was signing any BBR and then they can represent you. And or say a paid representative, and then to me they can help you prepare the documents you need to upload, and they can also answer the questions about the forms. And then to me, they can't open the portal account on your behalf. On to me be the IRCC account for you. As I said, one casa wall logins, they cannot sign for you, and they cannot even sign in to the portal using your username and password. Or to me, but then agent for you or more create IRCC name abra any who quite so more. Eden na agent yema o mo assign ma o eden agent yema password ni bibia kra on fama but aban ne ka se obetu obi ka they can't even do this for you one now baby bia they also mo ye say document and it said them kind of forms near that na be fill near that they can guide you to answer and fill every form right into no they'll help you prepare the documents you need to upload into sa documents na me ka say be upload or moduma and some be eno ye we use obi a obetua ne ka and wakacho say the obetua ne ka no so say you obi a or lawyer. Now, what if say Unisika, they also say you have to use somebody own trianica or say unpaid representatives don't need to be authorized into Obia own trianica any kind say or lawyer to set tips and just me own triamica semenya lawyer crame to me ayama. They can be your family members also I be to me application amount or papa be to me ayama o maame betumi ayɛ ama wo kunu betumi ayɛ ama so on juice ka omo ye unpaid ono nso betumi ama na ayɛ ama o friends onamfofo and I say anyone else who don't charge a fees nti abusua hye ne nso sɛ aban ne sɛ ɛyɛ nipa mienu na betumi ayɛ ama wo de obetua ne ka ɛne de wontua ne ka de obetua ne ka no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ lawyer obi a ɔwɔ license de wontua ne ka no ebetumi ayɛ wabusuani onamfofo anase obi a ɔngye wo sika na ɔyɛ akyɛw te sɛ tips and gist sɛ wokɔ travel and tour bi sɛ ɔbɛgye wo sika na ɔni license a yɛ very careful because you be refuse so saa na aban no ɛka wɔ ha sɛ aha nti ɔse if you are getting help from someone who isn't a representative and to say you don't need to tell us that you are getting help as from someone as long as they don't advise you or they don't complete the application and own to me and then fine then you don't need and say any on advice so any on application amount any on then obi to me abwawa any kwaso yes way but don't be to my amount say they can use our website to find information to set tips and just metimi use website na mabeka e wo TikTok e de akyerɛw nti no kwa application on your own I want to mean say tips and just na kyerɛ mo TikTok nti or there be you don't need to mention my name because I only use their website to find information for you. They can access a printer to say be wako cafe ama wako print I want to mean say cafe ura no e ka ho because on a print mame sa nkrofo no any kwase wo de omo ka ho so omo boa navigate our website portals and account to say them call IRCC account me navigate me the mouse e click no any kwase obo me din they view and open electronic forms to say me view forms ni bi akere wo no want me embo me din download application form ni we no nyina no we no nyina nya nkrofo a e wo se obo mo din but obi a wo se obo ni din eye obi a ono ne ye ofele ma wo a wan juice to say family member wo se o ka kira ban no wadamfo nso na bo so ka kira ban no ntia no so be download the form be friend no the use of the representative from the form IMM 5476 to say me yema wa I have to fill that form and put my name there and I'm not supposed to charge you because menye lawyer or see so anyone who don't have to charge you and our friends or family members or be able to me I am out now I fill it sa form no all right and to say an unpaid representative then obet my amount obet me a IRCC account amount obet me a fill forms amount obet me anywhere din komo and tips and just cry no me wo to me a chain you can say lawyers for no because immigration lawyers no or no any kind say obi IRCC account in amount they are not supposed to open it for you. But obi able to say na down for also they can open it for you. Also, so an unpaid representative can open the account for you. They can fill the form for you. They can talk to you. They can help you prepare the document, and they can answer any question for you. The amount to mean and it's almost signing amount. So I think say so obi anju sika kora na eno no obetuma ye niema bebre ama o chen de obeju sika say ye hwe de obeju sika na lawyer no e de no or you authorize no ono they want to mean they can't open the account for you, they can't sign for you, and they can't sign in for you until lawyer for no kora no restrictions e de so you understand, but who knows so if we are telling you about this visa application now you realize that immigration lawyers in Okra woman said they need to me a visa application mo to me or more and some mobile immigration advice or bachelor or two for visa webebo but about filling of forms near that they're being restricted most especially I can't say opening the IRCC account logging in they don't have any authority to log in into your account with your password any question or yes sir etiamra but wadamfo ebetimi log in amount obra ebetimi log in tips and just ebetimi log in amount. So it is high time I be ya dream na yesua de bebre na yetumi akoyanim. So ebusia for with this no I'm sure so obia notice documents down, especially you do the last aspect of the documents na yes sign no me sure say obia listing it down na ma take no me who video aka documents actual one difference between TikTok and YouTube ne say YouTube no manya abotre akyerɛkyerɛ wahye yie but TikTok no answer me actual these are the documents you will need for the piloting. Number 1, the document checklist. Number 2, offer of employment. Number 3, rural piloting schedule 1. Number 4, the recommendation letter from the community, then proof of language, proof of education, proof of settlement. Me pa na bi a me kakra bi, but you know you to a TikTok video no just 6 minutes and 5 minutes, or 10 minutes and microphone share. So and no unya, you still comment, how do I get this? How do I get it? And I'm catching say TikTok is different version from YouTube. The YouTube helps you get every information, and then what's our whose screen is so audio visual, you are listening to me and then you are watching me, you are watching the screen at the same time, a couch than me coming to mentioning them to you. But TikTok, no, you also need that one to freshen up. Nti bia ene de no o refi baako, but me summarize it TikTok 5 minutes na eno nso wa download it, na che se eno no the summary version, eno no ebeboa wa ba YouTube now de eno account. So you have to know the difference between these two websites may use to share information, ebia ewo ne limit, ebia enso ewo ne advantages and disadvantages. At this point, me sure say my dream aye shepan ya life 1 hour discussion, and to me sure say mumu bebre ho a monte ase ebusua de me kan ye nyina ne say document ne na me pese ohunu na o gather documents e de send me to say wo offer letter or IELTS, medicals, police reports, and we na discuss any no. So certificate, I was a West evaluation, I was a koye and any adi. So what basically that is what you are supposed to do, because material application, visa application, a bit confused. So majority of you, so we don't need to go into how to apply. The only thing I be how to apply for the jobs. Namu de offer. And on your I just say community website I available, and then I'll come and treat every community website into young community way, and nearby a 3 website. I did change 3 community website. Na yedi ahwe obia website no kwan a yebe fa so yebe send but notice say community bi abeko bi no, you need a resume, a cover letter, and other certificates are over. Na ebi bisa me say omo be here IELTS for a job application. You don't need IELTS for a job application. All you need the IELTS for is the visa application. So even without the IELTS, you can still searching for the jobs. But this home care, I can say this pilot, community pilot, the community's website, and buy it. If you go on the job bank and start applying, you might get an offer letter from a community, but that company or that employer might not be designated. And so you still lose that offer. I just say or the LMI to so now or the cost. But for the home care, there's no community, so you can start applying for the home care. And I get website to learn IELTS myself. So basically, the tricks and everything is in a video form on my YouTube. Your software, your website, I am going to teach the IELTS in a written form where you can read the tricks to answer IELTS questions and everything. You read ABI, you have to make sure you skim, you have to make sure you do this. I'll write everything and then I'll publish it, and then I'll attach the materials for download if our software is able to come I kind of say live. So to me, it is going to help you broaden more scope of intelligence. Do you also help with visit application? Of course. My catch say if you want to apply for a visit visa, I've done the videos on my YouTube. All you need to do is to go and watch, gather the right documents, send to my email, and then I am going to help you. You don't have to chat me and tell me, say you want me to do visa application for you when you don't have any document available. That email will automatically be deleted. So the email that you need to send your documents, and no, it was screen no into which video no once DB is I can say namaste or see streaming live on TikTok, tips and just YouTube, blah blah blah. The last version or see email into me email in it was no tips and just at gmail.com. But also any or documents now. Once I will attach documents, email no ebeba. But one for documents now better tips. I am interested, please. I want to travel to Canada, apply visa for me. Because one for documents automatically that email address will go to the I can say a bit deleted because my programming may I can say my email address and say a message without document, it shouldn't store it, it should delete it automatically. I don't answer enquiries. Oh, as in what you're supposed to do is to come live on TikTok and then you come and ask me to YouTube na any Facebook na money TikTok account, me the TikTok any free consultation. So ibu a me ye aduane, ibu a me nam krom, me kwa adwuma, so many times ibu a me to me about life on a regular basis. And then oba otre bibi to us as agora na me you no. Ibu a me to me you no from the comment section. Ibu onso me picking crofo na o makasa na I can say may you obano. So enquiries no the far email and also be deleted because one for document be a anchor home. So you don't have to worry yourself. Be bichra don't send to my email. Come on TikTok and ask me. Didn't any question the far email and say emails na add also. And then crofon so do document afa hwa me hwe my visa na mo nti eba sa na me bre because be kan email bebrebe wo be wie ne nipa wo so ye ne visa ma no when to me anye. So mint me nya de email no at the same time. Sisi ano me call email no ma document na me kɔhwɛ e de aboa o ma o de aye ready. Then me ba TikTok nso a menim sɛ me be answer questions na ma be kyerɛ de e ba YouTube a menim sɛ me be kyerɛ de. So I know what I am doing at one time, you understand. Mo perceive no because mo send this mo perceive ya mo fa document enka ho nti emfa email na make no who perceive ya emfa email no ebe delete because you didn't attach any document. So what you're supposed to do is a fafasa email we say who perceive ya fafasa email we there what the fa ho a ebeboa na metumi ehu I respond to you na metumi ehu now what the fasa email we say it will give you a particular number. That number is only for CV and cover letter. So obasa number now be doing come for me block you automatically on my WhatsApp. So there's a special WhatsApp number for only CV and cover letter. Into what the fahwa you get it and then a bit smoothing how I can get your data and then do the cover letter for you. Now copy with Juma. Oba now be cast and fufurobia. Oba ya no abetwe the tips. Now no be now ka provincial attestation letter no and we be free here. And then within our J number automatically me block sa microphone sanity into me serum person me block wa oba wahu maka kire say sa email no eye wo mo pe CV e no mo fanfa ho so o question bi ti say ubisa me provincial attestation na embeje me number me bisa me WhatsApp me say enquiries TikTok me ba be bisa me TikTok. You don't need to have my number to ask questions. You can ask me on TikTok and then me you are no unyan so ebetibi. I cannot tell you something aka onkwan ho abra unyan so hear that information. So if it's a knowledge, it's an information, come on TikTok, ask the question. I will answer you and other people benefit. I cannot help you alone. I want to help everybody. But a CV and a one kasa CV so you can send it through that and then you come on WhatsApp. So you have to note how to interact with me because sometimes I am a bit difficult and I am a bit unfriendly when it comes to my private life. Me were online there, me very friendly, but me doom TikTok na me ba private, especially on WhatsApp and on course. I am not friendly like that. Edwuma mu nyina me nkasa obi a ho me kwa me din komo me ni adamfo. Let me put it that way. Me ni adamfo say bia madamfo bi so abesra me ana say I just say bia nkrof madamfo ba kwa abena on me ne nati adwo so on pe ne ba ha say. So sana meti I don't have a kind of friends and I say nkrof be bracer. So Oba, make sure say you handle me well and then you will enjoy the best part of me. You actually say you handle me well and then you enjoy the best part of me because a bit more or mobile they don't go straight to the point. What the number say open CV Oba no be bisa Juma ho asem na no be okay say home care pilot na enokora no me was secondary school betimi aye bia na you don't need my number to come and ask that. Automatically I'm going to block you. You need to ask it on TikTok and you don't even need to ask. I've taught you the home care pilot. Go and watch the video and know the requirements. Thank you very much. I know most of you will be uncomfortable with my rules, but these are rules are eboa and are sustaining me to be able to handle everybody. In any institution, there are rules which you might not like. Maybe UK has in Kaubakran take when your British book and kamepe. So I say just what enough for 5 years edru in the into Kurubia Yomra Ewoho. Sahanetri. Nti yɛn nso yɛ deɛ no yɛhia mmara a ɛbɛtumi aboa wopɛ questions abra TikTok wopɛ CV afafa email foforɔ wopɛ visa afafa email foforɔ and then I will be able to sort everybody out and then na ɛde yie ato yie. My last two questions. Obviously, the truth is IELTS website creation is for our own good. Okay. I think that police report. Yes, I think it expires within 6 months. So if you are not ready to apply the visa, you don't have to go for the police report. The police report can be the last document it expires within 6 months. So maybe that is an answer for you. Please, the home care pilot, can you, your spouse, yes, you can go at the same time. Almost the requirement in the ba onyam bien tum. So and also requirement in the ba ohwe prices na visa fees na ubetuma ya ama omo nyina na waye wontumi aba akoye ekwa o start adwuma na wonya ska now they are file ama omo maka no abejoin no. Can I use technical certificate for visa application? It depends on the visa application. Are you talking about the pilot or whatever you're talking about? It depends on the type of visa. If it's a technical certificate, now go school 3 years after a GHSR, it is still ranked at senior high, so you can do the pilot. NVTI, if it is 3 years, they will accept it. What time do you join live? Because he has been saying it throughout. Make a TikTok live randomly. I don't have any time. You have to follow me on TikTok, and then maybe live at TikTok will notify you. I don't have specific time as scheduled on YouTube. I don't do it that way. If I'm a live, just random live because any professional live, it doesn't store on TikTok. So anytime be a I can just come. But with YouTube, I need to dress. I need to put on my webcam. I need to put on my lighting system. Come and sit in this studio before I can talk to you because it will be stored for future. And so I need to be professional. So when it your schedule live, but on TikTok, it's random. Yeah. Please, can you do a different CV and cover letter for different jobs? Of course. I've been even doing resumes for managerial jobs. So any occupation be a ope, depending on your standard, I take details from you and then I have an idea of how to draft it. So you don't have to worry about that because all we need to write is to know the rules and regulations of the Canada Job Bank. If you know the rules that the Canadian government want, even the software now we use, will suggest some of the skills and experience for that job role. So I just have to look at what the software is suggesting, and then I go on Job Bank to look for what the employers are also suggesting, and then I have other softwares that a team paraphrasing. The ideal words are a bit describe it or experience, a bit meet the employer's requirement, and that is what I do. So I waste much time on the CV and a cover letter. Mean to me less than 2 hours for a person. A bit me bro 2 hours. My yen in term 2 hours for one person. And until I make channel to be or sending me yet me 2 weeks and in Sanka is because I need about 2 hours of my time to do that CV and the resume, depending on our requirement, for you. Please, the email for the CV. I think somebody to screen it. So, this is it. I can't say away. And I want cv.tipsandgist@gmail.com. And no screen is cv.tipsandgist@gmail.com. Who again? If you have been refused Canada visa before, can you apply the pilot? Yes. If you have been refused, not ban or there, if it is not a ban, then you can apply for pilot. You can even apply for any visa, even that same visa category, say a visit cry, you can still do another application if you think say your circumstances are changed. Yeah, you can. Do you need a police report for visit visa? No, you don't need a police report. So go and watch my video. Raj, I think you are interested in visit. My treat that ebasa na be my life ya check. So go and watch the visit and then you know every document you will need. Please and yenye for pilot and may answer pilot for questions, Mr. As a life no as store into your not to you. I was okay, no problem. Please can someone sponsor you with a bank statement? That is something that if Nipano or Canada hono bet me a sponsor, say ukunu a person or sponsor wa, it is fine. Yes, somebody can sponsor you ukunu, but they need a little home. Even we cry, they don't need home ties. They no because a permanent resident, they just want to make sure say okwa obenye sika before say best settle down and money ade because okwa adwuma na okwa you need to take time for them to start paying you maybe a 1 month and a bibisa. So somebody can sponsor you the bank statement, but I was a year with direct relative to say okunu a say also a person or sponsor wa then I was or send this now will prove of affidavit as a gift so or their chow into a court akwaje letters or this guy chow and the wow send them in a court to nim hoshe what they are saying was a court because say we discuss here too much. They want to know where the money is coming from, how you got the money, and a juma ni pane. And tis a wontimi build, then I say, when you offer letter say, see, now here bear 90,000 Ghana cedis. What you're supposed to do is say, so what they was so be a very weird to say Argentina who could dread probability say on first amount. It also transfer scan amount. Boom, net them. But I don't know here a lot to explain. Into one of them into also one or better financial affidavit, a proof of relationship or there also why then money also you need to answer a whole lot of questions. And then also an ben way when you say if you're able, that is fine. And it's I am catching for some one can build on a bank statement to avoid all this wahala. Do you need IELTS certificate for rural area jobs? You need it for pilot. So once it's a pilot, you need it. Note, I said pilot, you need IELTS. You don't have to ask certain questions. Do you do three CV? Please, do you do CV, 3 resumes, cover letter? I don't do 3 resumes for 20 pounds. The 20 pounds is for 1 resume, 1 cover letter. And then you can look at how I'm a drafting to go and draft additional resumes because so say mensa for ebiawaba for farm. My farm resume in the cover letter. The way I may say, you can have an idea and draft other jobs because what can say draft other jobs are. It means you have to pay me for my time again. And so it will cost you. And so majority of people who also me pay, may back money we are no ma catch and say uncle Shesuna onye or see tips me tria I want you to do another one. See that be I don't have time. The reason is say me say gene sika for me ya but me pese or share media no so esa akoye. Enti ama shada catch and so me need time and I say yeah bibisa. And obo nso a meyɛ ne deɛ a wɔsɛ menu ebi nso pɛ bi na maka kyerɛ no mesrɛ twɛn na menya wo deɛ ne ma nwie ɛyɛ na mepɛ sɛ nka me send ma na click na adwene sɛ oh ɛne ma menhwɛ tips deɛ no so na menkɔyɛ ma me nua no you understand na me nso menya time abɛkyerɛ mu ade so you realize ɔmo mo ba me hɔ no ɔbɛdi adanse a obi ba no wɔsɛ oh tips meyɛ me deɛ madamfo bi nso so pɛ bi a mesɛ to bo na menya me de because person ka ugyae na meyɛ send o meyɛ send o kora etimi ɛsesa wadwene sɛ okay ɛne ma menhwɛ so kora na ayɛ dɛn menya ma madamfo no you see into a gameplay na I may play not to extract money from people, but at least to give them a lot of freedom. Said the yeah, me person musua then anka mo anka side then more yes. So strategies be me the first one kasa be and I used to implement that. It wow about operation most of the time yeah back we are no matter that I catch say I'm very busy, I will not be able to do the rest. Said the me person one kasa so now yeah sana yana meta tips. How do I contribute to the project? Sylvester, you can contribute by gifting me on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, you can purchase gift and then you otugumiswa. It is going to contribute. Please, can I use your business account to support? Yes, you can use it to support yourself. Great work, Bema. I'm grateful for your assistance. All right. And I think say I've answered most of your questions. And so please let us call it a day because we are all tired. I am tired. You are all tired. We have spent 1 hour, 27 minutes of our time, and we have also learned a lot. I'm going to do a simplified version of this video on TikTok and then on Facebook, and that is only going to summarize the documents we will need. It might be 2 videos, one to mention the companies, and then the second one is going to summarize the documents you will need for the home care, how do we call it? The rural and Francophone pilot. I wish you a wonderful day, and then always remember to support my new website by how do we call it? Gifting me on TikTok anytime you see me on live. Until we launch the website, I will still need your contribution towards that website. Thank you very much for attending this live stream. Goodbye.